Sam Ray and Aaron Violi join me live as they do every Monday. Gents, appreciate it. Sam, you would have heard Mark Butler there. He says he believes it will resonate, the Medicare message. You need everything helping you right now in your part of the world, because the track polling and Redbridge polls in the News Corp papers at the weekend show Labor and your party is well on the nose in your area of Melbourne.
Kieran, I'm focused on what my community needs. And I'm telling you right now, when I go out and talk to people, they're talking about Medicare. They want to know why Peter Dutton tried to introduce a GP tax, why he then froze the Medicare rebate for 6 long years. And they know that that's led to a situation where bulk billing rates have gone down. That's why we've opened 87. You know, the last election we said we'd open at 50 urgent care centres. We've opened 87 of them already, including 2 in my electorate in Sunbury and in Melton. In fact, the Sunbury one, where I was with the Prime Minister last week, has already seen 19,000 patients. We're now going to inject, the next step is injecting the $8.5 billion required to make sure that we bring bulk billing back for all Australians.
Aaron, you heard Sam there. Do you think that these urgent care clinics, I know you talk to your constituents a lot about these issues, healthcare and Medicare, is this a popular initiative? Should the coalition be on board with it?
Kieran, there's no doubt that healthcare is a major issue. Cost of living and healthcare fits into that. As I've said before, a very top-line reminder, 88% in 2019 under the coalition, down to 77% under the Albanese Labor government. There's no doubt that the Australians are feeling it when it comes to health. Just a couple of things on the urgent care clinics, and I did catch the Minister, as Peter Dutton has said, 2/3 in Labor-held seats. So, you know, that says everything you need to know about their focus. Also, in the last budget, 7 were announced in Victoria. All 7 of those were already priority health clinics funded by the state government. So all the Albanese government have literally done is not improve access for one Victorian. They've just moved the cost from the Victorian taxpayer to the Australian taxpayer. No improvements in health outcomes. We then get the Minister just then saying that he commissioned an independent audit to see whether this is delivering value for taxpayer money, but he's continuing to roll these out without actually understanding the true value. We saw the RACGP, as you said, Kieran, criticise them. Why not wait for the independent audit? As he commissioned himself, what's he going to do if that comes back and says that it's not working? Is he going to close them down? He's getting ahead of himself because they've got no answers when it comes to health. It's all about spin for this government. And unfortunately, it's not making life any easier for Victorians, because in that last budget, as I said, not one extra place, just rebadging state programs.
Sam, your response to that, and tell us the reality for the locals in your seat of Hawke in terms of getting bulk billing. Is it possible? Because, as I said to the Minister, quite frankly, in the nation's capital, you can't find a bulk billing doctor. It's almost impossible.
Well, let's translate what Aaron just said there, Kieran. You asked him a very clear message. Do they support urgent care centres as a vehicle for delivering better healthcare for Australians? And he, like the rest of the Liberal Party, is scuttled one way and scuttled the other. And the translation here is that they're setting the ground for more cuts to Medicare. We've been very clear about this. We said at the last election we'd open 50 urgent care centres. We've opened 87 of them already. We've got another 50 that we've just announced coming. They are distributed based on population of the Australian people, needs within the community. And yeah, there are probably slightly more in the seats where the party of government sits, because the party of government has more seats. That's the nature of our democracy, Aaron. But notwithstanding that, it has become difficult for people in our communities to see a bulk billed GP, and it's become difficult because Peter Dutton froze the Medicare rebate for such a long period of time. We've taken steps all the way through. We tripled the bulk billing incentive for concession card holders. We've opened the urgent care centres, and we are now making that next step, the $8.5 billion investment, in order to bring bulk billing back for every Australian. That is the critical component for getting Medicare back under control after Peter Dutton's awful cuts, and Australians will not trust this bloke with his hands on Medicare again.
All right. Aaron, do you have one of these urgent care clinics in your seat? If so, would you want one?
I don't have one. I don't have one in my community. Yeah, I've got a community of just under 2,700 square kilometres. We don't have an emergency department. I lobbied the government. I wrote to the minister when they announced the 29 new clinics in the budget and said we would love one. We've got challenges with access.
Is there one heading there?
As I said, it was clear that all Labor MPs were looked after. And Sam says, they're in government. 76 seats is just over 50%. Not 2/3 of the population. Sam, come on, mate. Treat the viewers with a bit more respect than that. It's clear, as I said, 2/3 into Labor-held seats. We would have loved one. We weren't able to get one. We'll continue to back greater access to Medicare. We've committed the $9 billion, including doubling the mental health session subsidised from Medicare from 10 to 20. This is just more scare campaigns from this government because they've got no answers to the challenges the Australian people face.
We're out of time, gentlemen. We might be in an election campaign next Monday. We will see. We will see. You can leave all the speculation to us in the press gallery as we're trying to work out when we're going to be on that campaign trail. But Sam, Ray, Aaron Violi, gentlemen, great to see you as always. We'll see you next week regardless.
Authorised by Aaron Violi, Liberal Party, Lilydale.